Hello friends, myself Ahir DR from RBNB College Srirampur. Today I deliver a lecture on mechanical properties of solids from 11th Science as per Maharashtra State Board syllabus. In mechanical properties of solids, we have to study about the strain energy. Strain energy. If wire is elongated on the application of applied force, then the elastic potential in the wire is called as strain energy. So very simple. What is strain energy? Strain energy is the elastic potential energy during the wire is elongated by force. That energy is called as strain energy. Very simple definition for elastic energy, strain energy. Elastic potential energy of a wire due to the stretch or due to the elongation by applied force is called as strain energy. Now, according to definition, strain energy is the elastic potential energy. For that purpose, if we consider a wire whose original length is given by capital R, capital L, and a radius is given by small r. So we write here capital L is the length of wire, small r is a radius of wire. As r is the radius, then its area of cross section is given by capital A, which is equal to pi r square. Area of cross section of wire. Now, one end of wire is suspended from a rigid support. When we attach a mass to the free end of the wire, then wire elongates through small distance, and elongation produced in the wire due to the mass attached is given by small l, and it is due to the mass attached to the free end. So m is mass attached to free end. G is the acceleration due to gravity. And therefore weight attached to the free end is m into g, mass into acceleration due to gravity. So in that case, small l is the elongation produced in the wire. Small l is elongation produced in wire. So this distance is elongation produced in the wire. Now here we consider a wire which is elongated. There is change in the length. So Young's modulus is related with this one. and we write Young's modulus is equal to Y equal to tensile stress upon tensile strain. According to definition of Young's modulus is the simply ratio of tensile stress to the tensile strain. We know the formula for tensile stress. This tensile stress is equal to applied force upon area. So in that case, weight is equal to applied force, which is attached to the free end of the wire. Due to that force, wire elongated through a small distance L, which is called as elongation. And area of cross section of wire is given by capital A. So we get tensile stress is equal to F upon A. Similarly, we know tensile strain. This tensile strain is equal to ratio of change in the length to the original length. Change in length is given by small l. Original length is of wire is given by capital L. So in this way we get tensile strain is equal to small l upon capital L. So we substitute this value in this formula, then we get Young's modulus Y is equal to F upon A upon tensile strain is small l upon capital L. Rearranging this one, we get Y is equal to F into capital L into upon A into small l. Now rearranging this formula, we can find out magnitude of force, and therefore magnitude of force F equal to, rearranging this equation, so we get capital Y into A into small l upon capital L. So this is equation 1. Equation 1 gives magnitude of applied force, total magnitude of applied force, which is equal to M into G. When this applied force is to the another end of the wire, then wire get elongated. Total elongation produced in the wire is given by small l. If this elongation changes from 0 to small l, if this elongation changes from 0 to small l, then small elongation produced in the wire is given by x. For small elongation x, magnitude of applied force is given by small m. If total elongation produced in the wire is given by small l, then applied force is capital F. Similarly, if elongation is very small, it changes from 0 to L. In that case, x is very small elongation produced in the wire. For that purpose, force required is also very small and its magnitude is small f. And this small f is equal to, by using same formula, wire is same, therefore Young's modulus is as like this. Y, area A of cross section is also A, total length of wire is also capital L. Now elongation produced in this case is small x, so this is equation 2. Equation 2 gives us magnitude of applied force for smaller elongation small x. Now we know the formula for work done. Work done is equal to force into displacement. Now during the small displacement, work done is also very small, dW. force applied is very small, F, and displacement is given by x, dx, as the work done is very small, so displacement is given by dx. Now we substitute value of this F, then we get dW is equal to magnitude of F is YA upon capital L into x into dx for smaller displacement dx. Now we have to find out total work done. For total work done, we have to integrate this equation. If initial displacement is 0, then final displacement will become small l. So displacement changes from 0 to small l, and therefore integration starting from 0 to small l. Now we have to find out this total work done. Total work done is equal to integration of 0 to L dW. Now we have to substitute value of dW. So work done is equal to integration on starting from 0 to L. Value of dW is YA upon L into x into dx. As we know that y, Young's modulus is constant, area is also constant, length is constant, variable quantity is only elongation. So these constant quantities are taken out of the integration. Then we get W is equal to y into a upon L in integration starting from 0 to L x into dx. Now we have to use mathematical formula x raised to n into dx, that is equal to x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. By using this mathematical formula, we can solve this integration. So we get W is equal to YA upon L as it is. Value of this integration, here x raised to 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So we write x raised to 2 upon 2 integration starting from 0 to L. Now in this case, first we have to substitute x is equal to L. Then we have to substitute x is equal to 0. If x is equal to 0, then this total term will become 0. So we have to substitute only x is equal to L. Then we get work done is equal to W YA upon capital L into L square upon 2. Now rearranging this, we get half as it is, YA upon L. This L square can be written as L into L. Now we write this in bracket. Now if we see the equation 1, from equation 1 we get capital F is equal to YA into small l upon capital L. So we substitute value of this bracket equal to capital F, and therefore we get work done W is equal to half F into L, where this F is force, it is also called as load, and therefore we get work done is equal to half load means force into small l. Small l is extension or elongation into elongation. So this is equation 3. So this equation 3 gives us work done. According to definition of strain energy is elastic potential energy due to the elongation produced in the wire by the applied force, and this strain energy is the work done, and therefore we get formula for strain energy is also equal to half into F into L, equation 4. Now we have to find out strain energy per unit volume. strain energy per unit volume. Now this strain energy per unit volume is nothing but work done upon volume. So the strain energy per unit volume is also equal to work done upon volume. Work done is half F into L, and volume is given by volume of this wire is equal to area of cross section into length. So volume is equal to A into L upon AL, that is equal to half as it is. So this can be written as F upon A into small l upon capital L. This is nothing but strain energy per unit volume. Now see here, we know that this tensile stress is equal to F upon A. So we write strain energy per unit volume is equal to half into stress. Small l upon capital L is strain. So this is equation 5. Equation 5 gives us strain energy per unit volume. So in this way we get strain energy per unit volume is equal to half stress into strain. So this is the required equation. Strain energy per unit volume is equal to half stress into strain. Now see here, this Young's modulus is equal to stress upon strain. Now this formula can be written for the stress. Stress is equal to Y into strain. If we rearrange this formula, Y is equal to stress upon strain, then the stress is equal to Y into strain. By using this value in this equation, then we get strain energy per unit volume is equal to half value of stress is Y into strain into again strain. So that is equal to strain into strain will become strain square. So we get surface energy or strain energy per unit volume, that is equal to half into Y into strain square. This is equation 6. So in this way we get strain energy per unit volume is equal to half into Y into strain square. Now by again using same formula, we get strain equal to, by rearranging this formula, we get strain is equal to stress upon Y. Stress upon Y. We changes the position of stress and Young's modulus, then we get stress is equal to strain is equal to stress upon Y. Now we substitute this value in equation 5 again. Then we get strain energy per unit volume is equal to half as it is, stress is as it is, into value of strain is stress upon Y. Now this stress into stress will become stress square, and therefore we get finally strain energy per unit volume is equal to half as it is stress square upon Y. So this is equation 7. Now all these three equations are different form of the strain energy per unit volume. In this way we study about the strain energy. Now we stop here. Thank you.